is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, boy.
Hi!
So exciting to be here.
It's DCOM Descendants. I'm Brand. That's Aaron. That's Dan.
Hi.
It's great to be here.
It's the episode you've all been waiting for, Invisible
Sister. How about that? Invisible Sister.
Oh, God,
Oh, wait,
yeah.
this
Dude, I
was
was
not
like,
on
finally,
I was like, why can't
we're silencing
We're
here.
silencing women.
That's
No,
right.
no,
That's what we're doing around
no.
here. That's right. We just,
All I'm
Aaron
saying
just
is
asked
the
to work
two-
right here at this desk, and we told her no. Like a couple of misogynists.
Wow.
We were just like, no, can't do it.
I mean, the two men's microphones were on. So
That's right.
I don't know.
Well, ours doeses't have a manual switch.
In all fairness,
Oh.
that was Brian yesterday.
Yeah.
So Brian is silencing women.
Brian, yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
All right.
Get it.
We're going to DCOM Descendants. We're making our way through all of the DCOMs. We're almost to 100. What is this, 99?
Making our way downtown.
Something
I think
like
it
that,
is.
98 and 99.
Yeah.
So that's
goodness.
exciting. And I believe this is the last movie of 2015.
Oh, good.
Plowing right through.
Get right into that gem of a year, 2016.
Now, this is fun. This week's movie starring Rowan
Rowan Blanchard.
Blanchard from
Yeah.
Girl Meets World.
Riley.
Next week's movie is starring Sabrina Carpenter, also from Girl Meets World.
This is number 99.
Synergy.
Yeah. They clearly signed them to a movie each as
How
well.
about that?
And they used to be best friends. And now Sabrina
Whoa.
just says, we're friends. I haven't talked to her in a while. So that seems a little icy. But
I think they're fine.
I'm
think
not
they're
here
fine.
to judge.
Yeah,
I think
one
they're
of them.
fine.
One. It's hard, you know.
They went on to have like two major pop star careers, and I think they're just busy.
Rowan Blanchard had a pop star career?
Sorry, no, she didn't.
No, she didn't.
I think she.
Sorry,
She put out a song.
Yeah, sorry.
She sang
Sorry.
the Girl Meets World theme as well as some others.
How about Sabrina Carpenter though? What she's
I
done with
mean-
her
Sorry,
career.
Sabrina went on to have a pop
Yeah,
star
and when you watch Girl Meets World, you knew who the star. No, if Rowan Blanchard is wonderful. I think she's a really talented actress, but you knew who the star was in that show. Like Sabrina Carpenter, immediately you're like, she's very dynamic.
She's going on to something.
That's right. Yeah,
Her music career took a little while though.
I
To really take off.
I don't know.
So
Literally,
kudos to
don't
her
know
for
any of her
sticking with
songs. Don't know Sabrina Carpenter songs. Never listened to a whole one. I am sad she doesn't act because I think I know she could always go back to it, but I feel
Have
like
either of you seen her Netflix movie Work It?
Nope.
With Jordan Fisher.
no. Good.
Work it.
Yeah, I really like it. She plays this like straight-laced, all A's, plays the cello, does all this volunteer work, is trying
she
to
dances.
She doesn't. She is trying to get into college, and
I
they're
don't
like
dance.
they're like, I wish you had a more rounded, resume. And they say something about like her school has like a top dance team, and she's like, oh, did I not mention I'm on the dance team?
She lies.
Yeah, she lies, and
Classic.
she can't dance at all.
Wow.
And then, of course, the dance team won't have her because she can't dance. So she starts her own dance team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen this trailer.
I love this movie.
It sounds like a movie we watch. What's the movie where she can control everybody that
Zapped?
they did dance? Yes, Zapped.
But no, it's a great movie, and Jordan Fisher teaches her to feel the music.
That's
Try
right.
the rhyme.
Yeah, but
Get
it's a
on
great,
those
it's a great
boxes,
movie.
huh?
I like it a lot.
There you go. Well, that's next
And this
week.
is also a movie that we watched, Invisible Sister.
This week
Invisible
is
Sister.
Rowan Blanchard,
And there's no dancing in this one.
Also-
crazy to think Girl Meets World was over 10 years ago now.
Yeah,
when it
this-
started.
That
movies-
makes me want to die.
This movie's after Girl Meets World started. Yeah. I've actually built 3 graves for us. We all can just crawl right in if we'd like.
Day like this to come
Struck by lightning, my heart beating like a drum.
banger.
So nobody
Yeah, it is.
tell us when Boy Meets World ended and how many years ago that was, unless you tell it to us in a rating or review.
It is Boy Meets World probably ended.
I just said don't tell me unless it's in a rating or review.
Yeah.
Speaking of rating reviews, we don't have any new
That's
ones.
what
No
I'm
one
saying.
likes us because we're old and dead.
Wait, so are you saying you want to believe that Girl Meets World is still on the air?
Or that it wasn't that long ago.
I just don't want to believe that the sequel to a show I grew up with was on the air 10 years ago.
Do you remember when Glee did Don't Stop Believing? And I was like, what a deep pull. Like, that's forever ago. I think Boy Meets World ended longer ago from now than Glee from Don't Stop Believing.
Well, really quick before we dive into Invisible Sister, DCOM Daily Minute, Shia's Wyland, but also,
Oh, boy.
more
is he.
importantly,
Let's not give him the time of day.
zombies coming back for Zombies 5.
Really?
It has been greenlit.
That is exciting news.
So there you go. Zombies 5.
That's
for your
what I'm here to
DCOM
talk
Daily
about.
Minute.
So is DCOM Descendants.
And
DCOM
it's-
Descendants has been greenlit for the next however many movies there are.
They have one coming out this year.
And crazy.
Wonderland.
Descendants?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Crazy. Shy is actually the lead of
No.
Zombies 5. He's back.
No.
It's Zombies
Nope.
5, the Catholic Church. All right, let's get in. We're having fun, aren't we?
We're
Do
having
you
fun.
wonder why we don't have any ratings or reviews? Could it be?
Well, I mean, it's better than people giving us 1 stars. You know what I mean?
Hey, I wasn't the one. I didn't do the interview.
No.
Don't get mad at me.
No. And that guy's posting every single clip of that interview as its own post. You could watch that whole interview if you just followed that guy on Instagram.
Good for him.
Literally chopping that hour and 10-minute interview up into
Good for him. All
100
right,
bucks.
Delish. We're talking Invisible Sister. It's October when this movie comes out. Lots of seasonal possibilities. As far as I know, we haven't figured out a way to make invisible food, so
No.
I doubt that's going to be it. But what do we have today, Aaron?
Today, you're going to turn your crock pot on and you are just going to slow cook some meatballs for dinner.
Okay.
So that's
The old
just,
slow cooker.
yeah, just, find a nice recipe. I've always enjoyed it when they, like slow cook them in like a jam. Things like that.
Do they have meatballs in this movie?
Yeah.
I missed the meatballs.
They eat meatballs at the party, and then like all next day, Coog is just like the meatballs,
Coog.
and they talk about the meatballs for a good portion of this movie.
Coog. Shout out to Coog.
Just
I-
shout out to Coog, just
Shout
talking
out
about meatballs
Coog.
for us.
70,
Shout out
79-minute
meatballs.
movie. You got time for Coog to be obsessing about the meatballs.
That's exactly.
Well, they upset his tummy,
Yeah.
but
Coog's
then
gonna
he
cook,
does when
you
they
know?
keep saying that like the sister ate something. He was like, "Was it the meatballs?" They're like, "No, Coog, it wasn't the meatballs."
No.
You're fine.
yeah.
All right, shout out meatballs. Shout out slow cooker.
Yeah. So while you're
Shout
listening
out-
to this, as you're getting ready for work on Friday, get out that slow
Get out
cooker.
that slow cooker.
Before
Throw in
you
some
go.
meatballs that you have at the house for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
we all always
Hey,
have
I made-
emergency meatballs.
I made smoked birria tacos last night, and
I still wasn't invited.
I had one extra, and I texted Brandon, and he wasn't home. I literally threw it away.
Oh my god.
My heart hurts.
Well,
I can't, you can't
that's
put
not
them
a,
in the fridge.
That's
You
not a
have to,
meatball. Have
I
you
know.
thought about making a meatball out of it?
Have you thought about texting me?
Yeah, I
Would
just,
you have gone all the way
You
over
would have
there?
driven all the way out there.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
You don't know. You don't know.
Also, they
You
were
don't
the
know my
kids'
life.
ones, so they didn't have the cilantro and onions and all the good stuff. They were for my kids, so that's how I
Bran.
knew Bran would. They were the meat and cheese boys. So
I'm a meat and cheese boy.
That's
All
right.
right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We will get to Invisible Sister on the other side of it. Here on
DCOM
Descendants. Oh
I
yeah,
almost said
that
back the
was
homework.
good.
You almost said back the homework. Not me. No.
Hey, did you know Growing 12 been off the air? For
12 years. A dozen. Actually, not off the air. No, it started. No, this movie
It
came out in
started.
15. Girl Meets World started in 14.
14.
It ended in 17. So it's actually been off the air for 9 years. Better. Better
It does. 9 does sound better. But
than 10? Yeah, it does. Do you know today is the 25th anniversary of my wife and I's first date? 25 years my wife and I have been dating.
yeah, but you guys have been together since preschool.
Since
so who
preschool.
cares?
That's right. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
No,
That's right.
unimpressed.
Got her a juice box.
You want to share my snack with me?
I like that you guys
Also,
think
hey,
I'm
Johnny,
29 years old.
Johnny, you suck. I hate you.
I appreciate this bit so much because this makes me 29 years old.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
All right. Invisible Sister originally aired on October 9th, 2015.
That's all you guys like.
Was
Yeah, it does.
was based on a book called My
Yeah.
Invisible Sister by Beatrice Collin, one of
I was
Aaron's
invisible.
Mount Rushmore authors.
Yeah, Beatrice Collins, shout out.
She doesn't make the cut.
Oh, what?
Screen Bay.
Screen Bay. That's just your
They
aim.
call
That's
me
just
Screen
your aim
Bay.
handle.
They
That's
call
all
me
that
Screen
is.
Bay.
Yeah.
Okay. Screenplay by the Eddy brothers, Matt and Billy, and directed by Paul Hone, who we're going to see a lot of.
Yeah, we are.
Moving forward, and starring. We've already talked about Rowan Blanchard, but also Paris.
You got it. Be the
Barrelak.
club. There it is.
Barrel.
Who she was also starring in a
Barelic.
Disney Channel show.
Barelic? We'll do it. Berelc.
I didn't watch the show that she was on, so
What was it?
I don't know. It might have been the one that the people were on from last week that I didn't do it.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, meet Cleo.
We're in that pocket of Disney where I have no clue what was going
unknown.
on.
It's an unknown time.
Dogs had blogs and
Unless it also starred Corey and Topanga, I wasn't watching it on Disney Channel at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Cleo, we meet Cleo. She's living in the shadow.
That's right.
someone else's dream.
She, along with Selena Gomez, just an invisible uggo. At
That's
school.
exactly
You know
right.
what I mean, it's like.
Which she doesn't wear a hat, but she does have a pink
Yeah,
stripe.
that's how you know. We talked about this on the Take It to the Tape.
Yeah.
How you know she's just not cool. Pink stripe in
Pink
her
stripe
hair.
hair.
That's how you know.
Granted, she got out of that car and I was like, she looks so cool.
The cool.
She did look so cool. And it's like, what are we doing here, Disney?
Her sister is Molly, who's older, and she's cool because she plays lacrosse. She plays
lacrosse, which packs the stands, as we all know.
It's an up-and-coming sport. Cleo, though, isn't into lacrosse. She's into science, and she's so good at science that she can just sleep through the class and still do just fine. Not a problem at all. Much to Mr. Perkins' chagrin, who is her science teacher.
And you know him from?
I do recognize him.
Oh, no, he's in Becker. He was in Becker with Ted Danson. He was a regular.
was Corey's teacher on Boy Meets World.
Oh,
cool.
He's Corey's teacher. Boy, that's exactly
But
right.
look it up. He's been in over 100 episodes
That's right.
of Becker.
He's
I
the
promise
cool
you.
teacher that's
He plays
there.
a visually impaired guy on
He's
Becker.
Eli.
Yeah, he's
So there's
Eli.
that.
He teaches film and TV or whatever at the school.
Yeah, he teaches
and,
the cool things at school.
and then he's gone.
He's a
Yeah.
cool teacher. That's who he was born to play. Cool
He's
teacher.
there and then he's gone.
Yeah.
Mr. Perkins says, hey, this class project that we got going on here, this is for all the marbles for you. You've got to really do it. You got to show me something special. You got to show me something cool because that's what you need, like something awesome. So she goes home and she starts working on this experiment. Molly, at the same time, is throwing a very responsible party that will end at a reasonable hour. There will be no drinking. Everyone will be very cool and not
It's the
try to break
coolest,
anything in the
most
house.
responsible high school party of all time.
Very cool.
And I'm not somebody that went to a lot of these house parties in high school, but we've seen them depicted in movies for years and years. And in this one, it's a weeknight party, and all the high school kids show up. Everything is intact, and they leave at a reasonable time because they have to get to bed because they have a game tomorrow. And they all leave. And I've never really seen quite anything like it.
Smart House could learn a thing or two.
Yes.
from this.
But and their parents are gone.
They're gone.
for a reason we don't.
They
They don't come back until the
they're
end.
indefinitely.
They literally are
They're
like,
on a leaf.
yeah,
We see them at the very beginning of the movie and the very end
they're
of
like
the
getting
movie.
into a taxi
They're
and
on
then they don't come
sabbatical.
A
back.
classic. I remember the first time my parents both left town and let
How
me and
old
my
were you?
brother. I was my brother was 18, I think, or 17. I was 15 or 16. But we didn't do anything crazy.
No.
Yeah,
We wouldn't have done that. Like we were just responsible.
I think the very first time we got left alone was because prior to that, my parents had gone away and they had my grandfather come stay with us. And my brother and I were like both in high school, and my grandfather treated us like you would have thought we were like in middle school.
Yeah.
Like literally walked me to the bus stop
Ooh.
and stood there until the bus came. And I was like,
Nerd.
and I was like, I can't do this again.
Grandpapa.
Oh my God.
I'm
not
17.
going to survive.
I'm 17. I can drive. I think it was really like one of us had to be able to drive. So once I think I got my license, it was like, all right, if an emergency
Grandpa,
happens.
Can you just not?
But it was, yeah.
Just
it
like
was-
hide behind the tree or something. I can't be seen with you at the bus stop. Okay, so
Anyway.
there's the dinner party going on, and the party whatever with all of her lacrosse friends and whatnot. And she's downstairs. She's working on her project. She's doing a lot of things with beakers and
Bunsen's,
liquids.
burners.
And, yes, exactly right.
get it.
she
And
got out the old chemistry kit.
Yes. She notices there's like this moth that's flying around. And so she starts trying to get the moth, which leads to her like spilling some of the other various liquids into this.
Well, the
thing.
moth had been floating like in and out of the steam.
Right.
And when it was in the steam, it would be invisible. And she was like, oh no.
Yeah. And then she's taking some ginger fizz. And that's when she.
Well, you're
jumping
You're
ahead.
jumping ahead.
I'm jumping ahead. It's okay. Hey, it's okay.
My
So-
bad.
You do
Sorry,
remember the
we have to
ginger fizz.
dissect all 79 minutes of this bad boy.
Yes. And so ultimately the moth flies out of the house. Okay.
And Rowan's like, no big deal.
Yes. She's like, okay, well, I guess that's that. Well,
I made a
when
moth invisible. I'll go about my day.
when
Moth is
Molly
invisible.
when Molly is getting ready for bed, What she doesn't see is the moth fly back into the bathroom and land in her fizzy lifting drink.
That's right. Ginger fizz, as we call
Ginger
it.
fizz. And she drinks it and she's like, that tastes a little weird. Whatever. The next day, she wakes up and she's invisible.
She's invisible.
Uh-oh. Scary.
And we don't know the rules at this point.
Yeah.
So Brand's very confused.
I'm very confused.
And I was with you as soon as you
because,
pointed it out.
Like she's
Wearing clothes.
She's wearing her pajamas, but when like she has
She's
a
still
towel on
invisible.
top of her head, and we can see the towel, but then we find out that eventually, whatever you touch, if you're holding it for long enough or wearing it,
I will
then it
say
goes
the
invisible.
towel bothered me at first.
Yeah, but then it made sense.
Then it made
Until
sense.
you saw her like put on the costume, and then the costume. After a few minutes, I was like, okay, she just didn't wear the towel long enough.
She didn't wear a towel long enough. Yeah.
Because I was like, how is her clothes
Yeah.
invisible, but the towel we see? Like it was just like, what's happening?
And I will say this, they do a good job explaining that particular, like, I wish more movies with a silly trope like this would take the 2 sentences to explain. That gave them the best of both worlds.
Right.
The longer something is on her, the more it becomes invisible.
Of both worlds.
And I also really liked in that. I mean, they continue it through the movie, but I like that the sister wasn't just like invisible the whole movie. We would get these like snapshots of her.
I was confused at first, but by
Yeah.
the end of it, I
They had
appreciated
to.
that they did,
they
yes.
had
Yeah,
to
it
do
was kind of nice.
It was like there were times where I was like, I was still would like it would like jump shock me. I'd be like, "Whoa, there she
Jump
is."
shock you.
I think
It
I
jump
got like
shock.
more
You know
emotionally
the saying?
invested in the
Classic jump
sister's
shock.
journey because I was like,
'Cause you see her.
Because
Yes.
it's not just Rowan talking to empty air for an hour and 10 minutes. Like there's this like other.
Right. And when
we
they-
were reminded there was another person there.
But when they choose to do that, when they choose to like show her talking to something that's no one's there, or being driven to school by an invisible driver, like that stuff.
We'll
works.
get there, but
Yeah.
guys, it was a convertible. You probably could have cut out 90% of the inquiries if you put the top up.
If you put the top up with any sort of tinted windows, people are not going like you have to. How many times are you driving? I drove all the way here this morning. I don't remember a single car. Like my brain is on autopilot.
but
Like,
a convertible,
I'm not-
I would remember. Convertible, I'd be like,
a
"There's no one."
yes,
Convertible with no
there is-
driver?
That is an empty seat
Yeah,
there.
you want to
Yes.
be seen. Anyway, so it is a big day though for Molly because it is the opening game for lacrosse. College scouts are going to be there. She has to go to school in order to play in the game, obviously. Luckily, it is
Halloween
as well. And so
It's a big day for school.
it really is a
Halloween
big day.
and opening of lacrosse season.
That's honestly cruel of the lacrosse
Yeah.
schedule makers to do that on Halloween night,
Sheesh.
but whatever. So Cleo,
It's a day game.
it's a day game. It's right after school, immediately after
And
school.
then we go to Romp the Swamp.
And then we go to Romp.
We do that. Listen, it's a pretty. We dress up for school. We go to lacrosse.
Yes.
We go to Romp the Swamp. Slice of fried gold.
Yeah.
Perfect day. Perfect day.
and that's a Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday.
Okay, so she
We're responsible. We'll still be in bed by 10:30.
100%. So she convinces her sister Cleo to dress up as her, but wear a masquerade mask.
It's masquerade. Barbie, Cinderella, what is it? Something.
Dorothy.
Dorothy. That's
Dorothy.
It.
It's Mardi Gras.
It's
Mardi Gras
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Because
They live in New Orleans.
we've all seen the movies. At a masquerade party,
You can't
That
tell.
mask makes you
Impossible.
completely face blind.
You could be anybody.
that's
Could
exactly
be
right.
anybody. If we all wore masks, you wouldn't know who's who here.
That's true.
We should do that.
We
one
should
week.
have worn masks.
Yeah, I'll sit over there.
Yeah.
We should have worn
People are
masks
like,
and
"Where's
switch
Aaron?"
seats.
Yeah.
It would have been so funny. That's what happens.
Can't believe Aaron's 29.
That's right. Yeah.
It's okay. Hey, Sarah.
Sarah.
I love you.
Oh man.
One day I'm going to have a friend named Gwen be mean to him.
Oh, time out.
See what you watch in my football wall?
But I'll never be mean to you.
Good stuff.
Okay,
So accurate.
she shows up to school. It's working. Everybody's confused about. They're like, oh, there she is. That's Molly. She's ready for her big game and all that stuff. Stuff happens at school. Like she begins to realize that there's a boy that really likes Cleo because she's invisible. She can just like listen in on stuff.
Where
She's
Cleo,
invisible.
the boy who likes her is a jock, and Cleo just thinks that he's making fun of her.
Coog.
No.
Coog is dating Molly
my bad.
Carter.
Different guy.
How
Carter-
dare
is
you?
it Carter?
First of all,
Yeah.
confuse Coog.
The boy that likes her is a super
Is it weird
science-
that they gave the two athletes who like the sisters Coog and Carter? Like, that's
Yeah.
fine.
They do this
I'd
thing in
watch
this
that
movie
show.
that I actually appreciate where the stereotypes of dudes are correct, but they're not toxic versions. So like Coog is a dumb jock, but he's not a like.
But he's super sweet.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he really cares about his
He's
girlfriend.
just big dumb animal. You know what I mean? He's just like no thoughts, and that's all right. Like he still is very sincere and nice.
Yes.
So that's the guy that likes Rowan Blanchard though is a science nerd.
Yeah.
He is,
yes.
but he's also like kind of cool. So it's like
He's a cool science nerd.
That's exactly right. And so she throws on the mascot costume to go and talk to him, pretending to then be
Cleo.
to ask him out to secure her sister a
sister
date.
swap.
Yep.
So yeah, a big fun like that. But the whole reason why we had to do this whole situation today is because of the lacrosse game. And so you might be wondering to yourself, how's Cleo going to do this? She doesn't play lacrosse.
Have you heard of a little movie called Angels in the Outfield?
Exactly right. Molly begins to run around
And just
invisible and just
knock
trucking people.
shit out of people.
Absolutely. Just
obliterating people.
ruining their day and causing them to question everything
Everything
they know
they've
about.
ever known. Can you imagine your psyche ever recovering as a lacrosse
You're
player?
running and then
just
wow.
getting decleated by an invisible force. You would never trust lacrosse again.
Yeah, I can't get
She's
back out there.
ruining people
I'm
for
like,
her own scholarship.
I'd be so like tepid. I just wouldn't know what to do.
You would, yeah. You'd be looking around. You'd never recover.
What if
Lacrosse is dead for all those people.
What if the ghost gets me again?
Yeah.
Because you feel it.
Oh yeah. You're just getting destroyed out there. That
And-
goalie's like hasn't slept since.
That's right. So she's helping Cleo, but then ultimately at the end of the game, Cleo scores a goal all by herself.
No, she decleats the glow. Oh
Well,
no, you're right. All by herself. The one at
that's
the end
right.
is all top shelf, all by herself.
Top
you're
shelf.
right. Yes,
And
because
so
that
that's-
goalie is terrified.
Well,
of life.
that's exactly
She's
right.
been knocked over.
She's done the damage
That's right.
in the
Yeah.
in the brain.
Done the damage in the brain. That's exactly
And
right.
some
Yes.
argue that that's the worst kind of damage.
Anyway, so the game's
Just that
over.
shy.
They won.
Just that
They've
shy.
secured Molly's looking good for the scouts, and now we're going to go back home and analyze. Or no, we go back home and analyze.
Yeah.
We break at some point we break into the school to analyze.
Yes, so they go home and they're figuring out like what to, because they've brought in her friend now in on the case, Cleo's friend, who I don't
Yeah.
remember his name, but
George.
George. And they're like, we need a bigger.
He was starring in the show Jessie with Debbie
Okay,
Ryan.
great. Shout out.
Shout out, Jesse.
And I will say, the girl playing Molly was not in I Can't Do It. She was in a Disney XD show that I don't.
Classic.
So-
Disney XD.
And so he's
A
like,
channel we all grew up watching.
So, absolutely.
absolutely. They're going to go to the school because they need a bigger lab, but first they need a moth, right? And so they go to the cemetery. They go to the dark place.
That's right. With the
And-
Don't they break
very
into the school
watery
first?
mud. No, they have. Don't they have the heart to heart first in the cemetery, or do they go to school first?
I thought they went to the school first. I thought after the game they went home and changed, went to the school because they're still all like.
And then they have the fight in the
maybe-
cemetery after that. I feel like the girls had already worked out their fight
Maybe you're
before
right.
they go
Yeah.
to school. But I
All right, so we go get a moth in a cemetery because that's the only place.
and
we
they have
can
a
get
fight
moths.
there,
They have a fight about like
and there's very watery mud.
very watery mud.
It's not
Yeah.
sludgy at all. It's just water that's a little brown.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
Cleo
right.
has always thought her sister is perfect and has everything figured out,
And actually,
then
your sister's like, you're smart.
yeah,
like,
and
I've always
Cleo's
wanted to be
just like
smart.
I'm just the nobody sister. Like nobody sees me because you're so beautiful.
Stuff that you
So-
like conversations you can have when somebody's invisible.
And then we catch a moth, and then we go change, and we go to school.
Then they go to school, but there's a security guard there.
They do haunt the
Yep.
weird security guard
Again,
who works 24/7 at this high school.
ruining this guy's life.
Yes.
But he also sticks around for a very long time.
He
like
does.
she's throwing his mop bucket around.
She
gets
spells boo
with
paint.
paint.
Yeah, which
And-
is
gonna
coming
mess
out,
up
by
the
the way.
floor.
Everybody the next day is walking. That's paint.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
And I think I would have called off as soon as the paint can started floating. I would have been like, all right,
yes.
you cool. And then he sits
Yeah.
there to figure out what the paint can's
Or
going
I'd
to
have called
say.
in somebody
Yes.
to help.
I would have left
Yeah.
and called from outside.
So they're able to they scare the security guard. They go into the lab. They're able to duplicate the original thing, but now they need to figure out the antidote for it, and it's just over their heads.
I wish we had smart boy.
If only there was a
If
smart boy.
only there was a smart boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, Carter is at Romp the Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Yes, because he
Everyone's
thought
at
that
Romp the Swamp.
she asked him to go as a date to Romp the Swamp.
It's Romp the Swamp.
Yeah.
And so they find him and they go into this barn and
They're like, we have everything we need right here.
Yeah.
We can make a still.
yeah, they figure
like
out
moonshine.
Yeah, they figure out exactly what they need to get. And they need to do it before midnight.
Science is cool,
Because
yes.
24 hours or else invisible forever.
Yes.
Those are the rules.
Those are we can't make the rules.
Well, it's based on how fast your body digests substances.
That's right. And we
Yeah.
got to make it steam. And we got to turn steam back into a liquid.
My
yes?
favorite part
Yes.
was
Yeah.
that it wasn't just like, because sometimes when they're in these DCOMs, it's like, oh, we have 5 hours. And of course, it's like 3:27 in the afternoon. So they set a 5-hour timer. And I'm like, that makes sense because
Yes.
who's going to remember
8:27.
8:27? It's midnight, guys.
Yeah.
George sets at least 2 timers.
Yeah, he does. Just
On
to be
his
safe.
phone and on the old antique grandfather clock behind him, he sets 2 timers for midnight. And I think, hear me out,
That's-
George, I think you'll figure it
I
out.
think you'll know midnight's pretty big in the time world.
Yeah. And so they're working
But
together.
so cool this Romp the Swamp to still
Yeah.
be going on at midnight.
Yes. They have.
Tuesday.
I don't know if it's Tuesday.
No, we don't.
They are, because it seems like it's a school function too, because it's cool teachers there.
Teachers are there chaperoning,
Yeah.
and they do get the drink in time, and she's supposed to drink it.
Right.
He's there pounded on the door at midnight.
The-
Yes.
Like, get out of
Yeah,
here.
get
So
out of
there's a
here.
lot- there's
Get
a
out
lot
the
of
barn.
things here.
And so she's about to drink the thing, but she decides, you know what? My sister, she's
gonna
She needs
fail.
credit for this invention
Yeah.
That's
of
right.
invisibility.
So she opens up the door. She pours flour on herself so that the teacher can see that she is
Invisible.
My
invisible.
sister did.
And like, look what my sister did. She's incredible. She drinks some of the liquid. It doesn't work. Is
And
it
they're
too
all
late?
freaking
The-
out.
The
Maybe
chime,
the 24
chime
hours,
time.
yeah.
But then she's like, is there something somehow that we missed? And she remembers at that point in time that she was drinking the fizzy lifting drink.
Ginger
We
fizz.
need an antacid. I keep one on me at all time. We're good to go. Pour
that
that.
was invisible when it was on her person.
Right.
And she
Yeah.
takes it out, and it's not invisible once it stops touching her. Now everything makes sense. It was there the whole
So
time.
she puts that
could
in
steal
there.
so much stuff.
She drinks it. She begins to become visible. Yay!
Well, my thing-
Congratulations.
Well, the rule of if she's holding something long enough, it goes invisible.
She
But
can
when-
steal so much stuff.
But when she has to steal the microscope, she doesn't hold on to it. She like moves it
Yeah.
and then like lets
She
go.
should have just
She
grabbed
should have
it.
just grabbed it.
yes, instead of a floating. Well, but that microwave floats, and she's holding it a long time.
Right.
But
Why didn't
but
she wait?
But she keeps like
She
sliding
keeps
it and
putting
stuff.
it down and not touching it.
She should have grabbed
and if
it.
because she puts it
crouched.
down so she can listen to Carter. She puts it down so she can listen. Like, and I'm like, if you had just kept holding it, like in the lab, leave it on the counter, but just hold it.
That's
It'll
right.
slowly disappear. No one will notice, and then
And
you can.
then-
and instead, she like runs around with this like
floating
Yeah.
for a bit.
And I was like, girl, just hold on to
Just
it.
hold on to it.
That's right.
Anyway.
And she becomes visible, and then we find out that she presents all this to the science folks.
Yeah, and that's the most believable part of this is that
Yeah.
the government finds out that she created invisibility, and neither of those sisters is locked up for testing.
No, and instead she wins like some sort of grand prize, even though she's just ruined life forever.
Yeah.
She invented invisibility. She's literally ruined life forever
Yeah.
for everyone.
So yeah, she just like
Never
cutesy,
bothered
just
to-
gives a little auditorium presentation. Her sister's there, not
Standing
locked up in
ovation,
government
and
testing.
they're just so thrilled.
Parents made it back in time for that, and then they
that
go
this
out for
child
froyo.
invented invisibility before going out for froyo.
While the
And just handed it over.
government's like, think of the
Yeah,
possibilities with
everyone's
the
like thinking of the
war.
possibilities. That's right.
Yeah.
Everyone is out to commit crime now.
So that's fun. But
Oh,
she did it.
And they went out for froyo.
That's right.
And that's how you know the
Froyo.
movie was in
I
2015.
thought froyo was for sure going to be your delish. I thought it was going to be your delish. That was another big part of the movie.
Put a
The
meatball in
meatballs was good, too.
froyo and call
Sorry,
yourself.
I just
Meatball froyo.
I just couldn't get over how often Coog brought up the
Yeah,
meatballs.
Coog did bring up the
Again,
meatball.
like he mentions them at they do mention them at the party of like going to eat meatballs, and I was just like, that's weird that you would call like you're not just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go grab a snack. They like specifically call it the meatballs, and then Coog just brings it up 18 more times for his upset stomach.
Let's take a break. How about that? And we'll come back. We'll break this movie down some more here on.
Bless you.
DCOM Descendants.
He condescended.
Hey, Sarah. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome to Baby's First Decondescendants.
It's Invisible Sister, which is what we're talking about. I got some letterbox reviews if you
I
guys
would love
want
to
them.
hear them.
This is from Bree that says 4 stars. Invented cinema, science, and feminism. Leah says 3 stars. How the F did she swallow that moth so easily?
Yeah, that's the big what of this movie is.
M says 5 stars. Hey, yes, it's me, the bearer of bad news. This movie's good. Stay mad. Bowtie Guy said 0.5 star. So I was sleeping, and my friend sends me this link to this movie and says, dude, you have to watch this. So I watched it. Jack, if you're reading this, what the F is wrong with you? Kylie says 1.5 stars. When will a girl dress up as a honeypot to match my bear costume at Universe? I'm waiting. Let's share our thoughts on this movie. Aaron? Invisible Sister, good time?
Yeah, I really liked this movie. At the beginning, a lot of this movie, I know it's based on a book, but it really just reminded me of it's not a Disney Channel original movie. I think it's a premiere film. Whatever came, Disney Channel premiere film, whatever came before DCOMs. There was a movie called Wish Upon a Star, starring Katherine Heigl. And
shut up.
it's about 2 sisters. One's super popular and one's a bit nerdy, and they wish upon a star to be the other one. And then so it's a little different where they wake up in each other's bodies, and then they have to figure out how to swap back. But they learn a lot about each other and then become better sisters at the end of it. And so I start watching this one, and I was like, I've just seen this movie. Like this, whatever, we get it. They're all going to be friends at the end. But this movie did it a lot better, I thought. So I was pleasantly surprised. They skipped a big plot point of Wish Upon a Star is now that they're like in each other's bodies, at first they hate each other. So they just like go out to ruin each other's lives. And I like that Invisible Sister just skipped all that and was just like, hey, I don't really understand you as my sister, but like you're my sister and I love you and I'm going to help you. And so I liked that. I liked their bonding. And it was just kind of like to me, it felt like, yeah, they had a little fight in the cemetery as we all do. But we've all been there. I mean? You know, when you're just trying to catch moths in the cemetery, because they don't exist anywhere else at night except the cemetery. They have like one little like sister fight, but I liked that throughout the whole course of this movie, it was really just them working together to help each other. Yes. And I liked that there wasn't. Because sometimes DCOMs just have this like awkward conflict and you're like, oh, why is this here? Like I'm cringing and this is awful. And I didn't feel that with this. Like I really liked this movie. I also just think Rowan Blanchard should narrate more things. Like she just has this like voice where, I don't know, it's not annoying. And I feel like we just have so many annoying like audiobook and other narrators. And Rowan, I want to know what you're up to, but voice work?
We were in the same boat. We were like, Rowan Blanchard should be on more stuff. Apparently she's a regular on Snowpiercer, and so she's been on that for like 30 some episodes.
Okay, well, have you thought about voice work? You know, narrating audiobooks, or I don't know, you just have a really nice sounding voice, and I guess your show was on 10 years ago.
12.
Okay, Dan.
Didn't need it.
Didn't see this movie when it came out. Didn't really remember this a lot. But I really liked it, and I would probably watch it again. Maybe next Halloween. Throw my own romp this one.
You're gonna add it to the DCOM Halloween.
I don't know that. I mean, the biggest negative of this movie is it's a Disney Halloween movie, which it doesn't feel like a Disney Halloween movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I was going, I don't know if I would put it up there with like it's a Halloween movie like Halloween Town,
Scream Team, Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. These
Phantom
are all
of the
bangers.
I like this more than Scream Team, but
that's hysterical.
I don't really like.
But I mean, it's definitely like a fall movie.
It is a fall movie.
But if I was gonna like have a DCOM marathon, I would just throw it into the rotation of. But yeah, I mean, I really liked it. You know, I think it's one of those movies that it didn't need a musical bump. Like it was fine on its own.
Musical bump.
I'm really happy we didn't break out into a random song at the end.
What? Who are you?
Yeah, are you okay?
This movie didn't need it. Like it didn't. There are times where the movie, I think it would have suffered. It would have gotten like a musical bump in the other direction if this.
Cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, this movie's fun. It's a lot of fun. I didn't really have any expectations going into it. I watched this movie in the middle of, I watched a Hallmark movie and then I watched an episode of When Calls the Heart, and this movie was the highlight of my day. So do it that way you will. It was very nice. It's a very nice movie. I liked the characters. I thought that the the problem was a fun problem, and I thought that they, made the rules clear as to like how things became invisible and how new things would become invisible. All of it worked. I really liked it. I was surprised at how much I liked this movie. So it's good to be back. Dano?
Yeah. So this movie was fine. I think for me, we're coming off some movies that either are like known commodities or they're movies that I thought were better versions of new. Like I liked Bad Hair Day as a movie more than this. This movie has a lot going for it. Rowan Blanchard should be in more stuff. I thought she was so good in this movie, and I think narration or acting would like to see
Just
her.
more things.
Yes, please.
Did you guys ever watch The Goldbergs?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. She was on there as dude's boyfriend.
She
or
was on
girlfriend.
there
Yes.
she was on there for a while, and then they kept her character but replaced her
That's right.
Boo.
and thought we wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
And it's around that time
And
that I
she
stopped
was
watching The Goldbergs.
So me too. She was so good
Yeah.
in that role too.
Yeah, she was great. And then I remember like the next season started
But
and New Girl walked in and I was like,
you know
does
what?
he have a new girl?
That could have been her getting a regular on Snowpiercer.
Yeah,
and
that's
not
true.
ABC. Who knows? I love that they
I
explain the
do
rules.
think she left for a bigger project. but-
For sure. I love that they explain the rules of invisibility. I think the best thing about this movie is there's no villain. I think
Yeah.
there's no toxicity from anyone. I think
It's just a nice movie.
the teachers have the kids' best interest in heart. The dudes and like who are all like high school bros, none of them are toxic at all. The sisters all are trying to help each other, and they're not catty at all. They're trying to like really do what's best and not undercut anybody. And the worst thing about this movie is there's not a real villain. Like I loved it. I don't want there to be a bunch of people who act like friends who are treating people poorly, but I would love a villain to collectively rally around against, right? Like I would love for it to be more than my sister's invisible, let's make her not invisible. I think that
but like I think there are certain premises that really need it.
I agree.
Like
I think the movie works without it, but I
Yeah.
think it is a minor chord instead. It's not a movie that stands out. I forgot it as
Yeah.
soon as I watched it because it's 79 minutes long, and it's just like the only conflict is science invisible, and there's no other conflict. And so for me, like the movie was best when the two sisters are hanging out or they're trying to figure out the hijinks, like swapping in the high school. It was worse when they're doing big pratfalls on the lacrosse field. Like I didn't need that because there's no one I'm pulling against. Like
Yeah.
if I get to see the bully get upended on the lacrosse field, then I'm in for that. If it's just ruining people's lives on the lacrosse field, I'm not as much into that. But there was enough of this that worked. And I love Rowan Blanchard, and I wish I had seen more of her. I think for me, so yeah, it's like not bad. It's okay. I'm fine with it, but I don't think I'm as high on it as you guys were. Like we just watched like Cloud 9, Bad Hair Day. These movies I think are miles better than this one is. So that's
yeah, I mean, I think Cloud 9 definitely is a better movie than this one. But every now and then, I think it's refreshing to not have a giant conflict.
Easy breezy.
And, like it was just nice to watch this movie and have these two sisters, just go around the school, trying to help each other. And I was like, this is really fun.
No,
and
I agree with
maybe I just resonated with it more as a woman and was like, look
I
at
hear
these women just helping women.
Yeah, that's why I resonated with it too. I have this one higher than Bad Hair Day.
Yeah,
Personally.
I just thought
I have it higher than Bad Hair Day, but lower than Cloud 9.
Me too.
The dynamic of the two leads in Bad Hair Day, I think, and the movie itself. Once you get past the first 20 minutes, without the first 20 minutes, Bad Hair Day is a top 10 movie for me.
Yes.
I have.
But unfortunately, we have those 20 minutes.
Yeah.
In which I kept pausing and being like, I'm going to use my skip.
But the next
I'm
hour
going to
is better
show up.
than
I'm going
all.
to show up to the episode and pretend I watched this.
But the
movie.
next hour is better than all 79 minutes of this movie, in my opinion. So that's where I like. For me, like Bad Hair Day is way higher on my list because it's got an hour of like kind of like the best DCOMs have to offer that aren't musicals, obviously.
This is a musical bump.
Yeah.
All right. It's
What
time
if
to
Bad
make
Hair Day was a musical?
Now you're back. Welcome back.
all my stuff is ruined. What am I gonna do? I need a ride to the hair salon, but my dad's busy working on people too.
Good.
So
Good.
close.
Because
Landed
he's
the
a
plane.
nurse.
Touchdown.
I think there's some possibility there.
Okay. All right. Make our list. Check it twice. Aaron, where are you putting Invisible Sister?
Yeah, I don't know. I've put this movie in so many different spots on my list, and I'm not happy with any of them. So for right now, it is at number 15 behind Halloween Town.
Wow.
Just a Halloween movie, I guess. I don't know. I mean, because I think I would watch it over. It's above like Camp Rock 2, and so I would watch it more than Camp Rock 2, especially if I'm watching on Disney Plus, because Camp Rock 2 on Disney Plus, the sound is awful and I hate it. I don't know. This will probably change, but right now it's at 15. My top 10 has not changed. We've got Smart House, Teen Beach Movie, Johnny Tsunami, Right on Track, Cadet Kelly, Cloud Nine, High School Musical, Lemonade Mouth, Descendants, and Motocrossed.
Remind me what Right on Track is again.
It's you do this once every 3 months.
I know, and it's time.
It's the racetrack.
Yes.
The sisters who do drag racing.
They do a great job of that too.
Based on a real story.
I have this movie coming in at 25. It is ahead of Hatching Pete, a guilty pleasure for your boy Bran, and behind Wendy Wu, who is a homecoming warrior.
Right around, that was where it was originally on my list.
Okay, maybe it'll find its way down there.
I have both Hatching Pete and Wendy Wu better than this movie.
Okay.
So,
Should
we start at the beginning and rewatch these movies?
When we get to 100, how about that? We'll do one more and then we'll restart.
do the DCOM Descendants rewatch.
Cadet Kelly 10, Cloud 9 at 9, Get a Clue
Cadet
at 8.
Kelly 10.
Yeah. Cloud 9 at 9, Get a Clue at 8, High School Musical 7, Motocross at 6, Johnny Tsunami at 5, High School Musical The Deuce at 4, Teen Beach Movie 3, Greatest Movie of Our Time at Any Time, Brink at 2, and Lemonade Mouth at 1.
Put some respect on Hilary Duff's name.
Yeah, Cadet Kelly at 10 is a travesty.
And if anybody out there listening is going to see her in concert, let me know.
Yeah,
I will be at the Charlotte event on August 1st.
Shout out.
DCOM meetup.
I have Invisible Sister coming in at 39, which remember there's 100 of these, so that's still in the top half. I have it one behind Princess Protection Program, a movie that I think is fairly iconic in the DCOM lore, and I have it one ahead of Wizards of Waverly Place movie. But like all of these movies, like that are ahead of it, Dad Napped, Right on Track, High School Musical 2, Hatching Pete, all of Xenon, like these movies are all movies I think are better and more important and mean more than this 79-minute fun little jaunt. But I don't mind this movie. I think it's eminently watchable. I think if it's just what's the most watchable, I think it might move up a little bit, maybe to like top 30, but as it stands, 39 for me.
And I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that we might be in the middle of a war right now, and I was just like,
listen,
look at everyone getting along.
That's more than fair. But that also, it's like, I got to be honest.
A lot of these recent rankings could be affected by what's going on.
In the words of Corey Matthews, war, what is it good for?
What is it good for? That's not Corey Matthews.
Great scene.
I understand that we have
10-point scene.
We have Descendants and Teen Beach Movie and High School Musical and all these great musicals. And I understand that we have these all-time classic like DCOMs. I can't imagine a world finishing this podcast with Cadet Kelly not in the top 5. I think what Hilary Duff's doing there, Christy Carlson Romano's doing there, what Gary Cole is doing there,
how Super Chick is doing.
Silly the premise is,
Minus
and how heartfelt that movie is. Anyway, Cadet Kelly is the DCOM. Like it is the.
It has a spit shine scene.
Yes, of course. Classic spit shine scene. My top 10 hasn't changed. 10 Scream Team, 9 Get a Clue, 8 Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, 7 Phantom of the Megaplex, 6 Johnny Tsunami, 5 Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, 4 Descendants, 3 Lemonade Mouth, 2 Cadet Kelly, number 1 Motocrossed. That is my top 10.
All right, next week we're getting. Is it
Adventures in Babysitting?
It's Adventures in Babysitting. What I was going to say is our first DCOM that is a remake of a Disney property, but I don't want to say that confidently because I might be wrong.
It's also our 100th episode.
It
so
is.
we have big plans.
Yeah, there's going to be a balloon.
It's going to be nuts.
Dude, when you guys see this balloon, oh my God.
Yeah, guys, make sure you tune back in and hold Brandon and Dan accountable for the plans that they just announced.
A balloon.
It's going to be insane.
It's not cool.
This balloon.
Dude. You've seen it.
Dude, I've seen it. We maybe have purchased it too early.
It might be deflated.
You might already see it.
All right.
Come on back next week for that. Until then,
DCOM up all day.
Sorry, wrong.
Merry Christmas. DCOM Descendants is a Ramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray and that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, go to DCOM Descendants on the socials, DCOM Podcast on the web. Get this episode ad-free at BrambleJamPlus.com. And we're stuck at 198. Please tell us you love us because we're starting to think you don't. Go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review right now.